What is the primary role of an RBT? A. To design and implement treatment plans. B. To conduct assessments and diagnose clients. C. To implement behavior intervention plans under supervision. D. To provide independent therapy sessions without supervision. Answer: C. RBTs are responsible for implementing behavior intervention plans under the supervision of a board-certified behavior analyst, BCBA. Reinforcement is most effective when it is given: A. Before the target behavior occurs. B. Immediately after the target behavior occurs. C. Randomly throughout the session. D. Only when a problem behavior occurs. Answer: B. Reinforcement should be delivered immediately after the target behavior to strengthen the association between the behavior and the consequence. Which of the following is an example of negative reinforcement? A. Giving a child a sticker for completing homework. B. Removing a loud noise when a student puts on their headphones. C. Taking away a toy for misbehavior. D. Giving extra chores for not following directions. Answer: B. Negative reinforcement involves removing an aversive stimulus to increase the likelihood of a behavior occurring again. When implementing discrete trial training, DTT, the first step is: A. Providing reinforcement. B. Delivering the discriminative stimulus, SD. C. Prompting the correct response. D. Recording data. Answer: B. In DTT, the process begins with presenting the discriminative stimulus, SD, which signals the learner to respond. A child engages in tantrums to avoid a task. What is the likely function of behavior? A. Attention-seeking. B. Access to tangible items. C. Escape/avoidance. D. Automatic reinforcement. Answer: C. If a child engages in tantrums to escape or avoid a task, the behavior is likely maintained by escape/avoidance reinforcement. A behavior that continues to occur in different settings after intervention has ended is an example of: A. Prompt dependence. B. Generalization. C. Extinction. D. Maintenance. Answer: B. Generalization occurs when a behavior is performed in various settings beyond where it was initially learned. What is an example of a continuous measurement procedure? A. Partial interval recording. B. Momentary time sampling. C. Frequency counting. D. Whole interval recording. Answer: C. Continuous measurement procedures, like frequency counting, capture every occurrence of a behavior. Extinction occurs when: A. A reinforcer is added to increase behavior. B. A behavior no longer produces reinforcement. C. Punishment is applied to reduce behavior. D. A new skill is taught through reinforcement. Answer: B. Extinction involves discontinuing reinforcement for a previously reinforced behavior, leading to its decrease over time. Which prompt type provides the least assistance? A. Physical prompt. B. Verbal prompt. C. Gesture prompt. D. Full modal prompt. Answer: C. A gesture prompt, e.g., pointing, provides the least assistance compared to other prompt types. The three-term contingency consists of: A. Antecedent, behavior, consequence. B. Motivation, reinforcement, extinction. C. Stimulus, punishment, behavior. D. Prompt, reinforcement, behavior. Answer: A. The three-term contingency, ABC, describes how antecedents and consequences influence behavior. What is a primary reinforcer? A. Money. B. Praise. C. Food. D. Stickers. Answer: C. Primary reinforcers, like food, are naturally reinforcing and do not require learning. A child who learns to say dog when seeing a picture of a dog and when seeing a real dog has demonstrated A. Shaping. B. Generalization. C. Prompt dependency. D. Task analysis. Answer: B. Generalization occurs when a learned behavior is applied in different contexts. What is the purpose of a preference assessment? A. To identify reinforcers that motivate the learner. B. To determine the function of a behavior. C. To analyze problem behavior trends. D. To develop a behavior intervention plan. Answer: A. Preference assessments help identify potential reinforcers for use in intervention. What does latency measure? A. How long a behavior lasts. B. The time between a stimulus and the start of a behavior. C. How often a behavior occurs. D. The intensity of a behavior. Answer: B. Latency measures the time between the presentation of a stimulus and the initiation of a response. Which of the following is an example of an antecedent strategy? A. Ignoring a problem behavior. B. Reinforcing appropriate behavior. C. Providing clear instructions before a task. D. Giving a child a reward after good behavior. Answer: C. Antecedent strategies are used before a behavior occurs to prevent problem behaviors and encourage positive ones. What is task analysis? A. A method for measuring problem behavior. B. A way to break complex skills into smaller steps. C. A punishment strategy. D. A verbal prompt technique. Answer: B. Task analysis breaks down complex tasks into smaller, teachable steps. Which type of reinforcement schedule is most resistant to extinction? A. Fixed ratio. B. Continuous reinforcement. C. Variable ratio. D. Fixed interval. Answer: C. Variable ratio schedules, e.g., slot machines, are highly resistant to extinction because reinforcement is unpredictable. If a child engages in self-injurious behavior, SIB, what should an RBT do first? A. Implement the behavior intervention plan, BIP. B. Ignore the behavior. C. Provide escape from the task. D. Punish the child. Answer: A. RBTs should follow the BIP designed by the BCBA to manage behaviors safely. Differential reinforcement of other behavior, DRO, involves A. Reinforcing the problem behavior less frequently. B. Reinforcing any behavior except the problem behavior. C. Ignoring all behavior. D. Using punishment. Answer: B. DRO reinforces the absence of problem behavior by rewarding alternative behaviors. What should an RBT do if unsure how to implement a behavior plan? A. Make their best guess. B. Ask the BCBA for clarification. C. Stop implementing the plan. D. Change the intervention themselves. Answer: B. RBTs should always seek clarification from a BCBA if they are uncertain. When using a prompt hierarchy, which type of prompt should be faded first? A. The least intrusive prompt. B. The most intrusive prompt. C. The prompt that is easiest for the learner. D. Prompt fading is not necessary. Answer B. The most intrusive prompts, e.g., physical guidance, should be faded first to promote independence. What is the main purpose of collecting ABC data? A. To determine the learner's favorite activities. B. To understand the function of a behavior. C. To measure how often a behavior occurs. D. To document reinforcement preferences. Answer B. ABC, antecedent behavior consequence, data helps identify patterns in behavior and its function. What is an example of a fixed interval reinforcement schedule? A. Giving a sticker every third correct response. B. Giving a paycheck every 2 weeks. C. Rewarding after a random number of correct responses. D. Reinforcing after every response. Answer B. A fixed interval schedule provides reinforcement after a set amount of time, e.g., biweekly paychecks. When should RBTs use most to least prompting? A. When teaching a new skill. B. When working on mastered skills. C. When trying to fade out prompts. D. When using reinforcement only. Answer A. Most to least prompting is used when teaching a new skill to ensure correct responses early on. If a learner engages in problem behavior to gain attention, what is the best proactive strategy? A. Ignore the behavior and provide no attention. B. Give frequent, scheduled attention before the behavior occurs. C. Provide reinforcement for problem behavior. D. Punish the behavior immediately. Answer B. Giving frequent attention before problem behavior occurs reduces the need for attention-seeking behaviors. A stimulus that increases behavior over time is known as A. Punishment. B. Extinction. C. Reinforcement. D. Prompting. Answer C. Reinforcement strengthens a behavior, making it more likely to occur again in the future. What should an RBT do if a client engages in aggressive behavior during a session? A. Implement the crisis plan if applicable. B. Ignore the behavior and continue. C. Leave the client alone without supervision. D. Physically punish the client. Answer A. RBTs must follow the Crisis Plan or Behavior Intervention Plan, BIP, designed by the BCBA. A child is learning to request items by saying their names. What is this type of verbal behavior called? A. Mand. B. Tact. C. Echoic. D. Intraverbal. Answer A. A mand is a request for something, e.g., saying cookie to get a cookie. What is the best way to prevent prompt dependency? A. Always use full physical prompts. B. Fade prompts systematically. C. Avoid using any prompts. D. Punish incorrect responses. Answer B. Prompt fading ensures the learner does not become dependent on prompts to respond correctly. If a child learns to say apple only when looking at a real apple but not when shown a picture of an apple, this suggests a lack of A. Reinforcement. B. Generalization. C. Punishment. D. Differential reinforcement. Answer B. Generalization means applying learned behavior in different settings or with different stimuli, e.g., real apple versus picture.